Hey there, you're listening to the Automated Thought Leader Podcast. I'm your host, Kimberly Inez Mays, and I help coaches, speakers, authors, consultants, and thought leaders generate more leads and nurture leads with marketing automation. So come join me as I demystify technology one episode at a time. Now let's get into it. Hi. My name is Kimberly Inez Mays, and I help coaches, speakers, authors, consultants, and thought leaders demystify technology. And I want to really help you understand what it is that I mean when I say automated thought leader. And it was just something that came about naturally throughout all of my years in business. Now, I know a lot of service-based businesses like coaches and speakers really have this big digital presence, right? We have podcasts, we have books, blogs, we have events, retreats, webinars, workshops, you name it. So the whole idea behind being an automated thought leader is this. Are you really maximizing all of your content and everything, all the awesomeness and everything that you do into one package? Are you making it so that new people can discover you and learn about you and really get to know who you are at your essence, at your core? Because at the end of the day, automated thought leaders, whether you are a coach, consultant, author, speaker, or any of the variations thereof, automated thought leaders just want to change the world. They want to make an impact and they want to shine. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about ways that you can become an automated thought leader. And it's not simply just about marketing automation. It's about making sure that you show up where your voice is needed. So again, my name is Kimberly Inez Mays, and I'm excited to take you on this journey with me. So in the beginning, well, I don't know how far back to start, but back in 2016, I had a vision to help businesses maintain their online presence. Back then, I focused primarily on web design because websites are really how people will go and look up a certain business. So picture this. I'm on Google looking up all of these businesses in my neighborhood and all of these businesses that are local. I see businesses that do hair, businesses that, sell clothing, businesses that do photography, videography, whatever. It runs the gamut. But then I go look them up and usually the domain is down, or maybe they don't have a domain at all. And there's no presence there. So that's where the relationship ended with me and that business because I couldn't find them. And I was seeing this so often, I said, okay, I know I want to go into business, but how do I do it and what do I offer? And I said, okay, well, maybe I can be of service to other businesses and help them get found and help them scale and grow. And I saw that for a lot of businesses, they weren't even able to get off the ground and bring about that awareness. And that's what it's really all about. It's just the brand awareness first, because if you don't have traffic, if you don't have brand awareness, it's very hard to follow through with any of the other steps, including getting customers. So I did websites for a very, very long time. And websites in and of themselves, they're beautiful. They really showcase a brand very well. Anybody who's looking up a website will be able to know what that business does and what it's all about. And that's great. That's just one piece of the puzzle, though, because as years roll by, there are more digital assets that are vying for our attention. For example, social media. We have social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and probably so many of the other ones that I haven't yet named. We have that. And then we have link trees. We have just so many other digital assets and properties that we can use to visit a business and get to know them. And not to mention YouTube and podcasts. So having a website alone was just not doing it. After a couple of years of building websites for people, I realized that, okay, this is a great thing to have, but a lot of the people that I was doing websites for needed so much more. They needed the system behind the website so that when they actually launch their website, launch their business, and drive traffic to the site or whatever landing page or asset that we've built together, that there is a way to collect that information and maintain that relationship with that particular visitor. So that's when I had a major aha moment for myself. I said, how can I combine all of my experience in email marketing, marketing automation, and data, and merge this with a small business that needs those services? Because remember, technology moves so fast, and it hasn't been that long ago where we really just did not even have the email marketing and marketing capabilities that we have now. I remember back in the early 2000s when I first got into email marketing, there was no such thing as a drag and drop builder. We had to take the actual code of the email and put that into a system, and we had to test that and make sure that it comes out the way we want, and any changes required a developer or a programmer to go in, fix that code, and then go ahead and relaunch it back out to emails. So the systems were primitive, first of all, and then second of all, they were only accessible to larger organizations. I remember some of the proprietary platforms that I worked on, we had to actually manually go in and code and program what an email was supposed to look like, or even what a website's supposed to look like. We didn't have the drag and drop that we do now. So I say all that to say is that technology now has been so democratized that if you're not using a lot of these platforms, you're really kind of at a disadvantage, because I understand the overwhelm and I understand that it can be very complex to do. But think about it this way. If somebody were to make it demystified, if somebody were to say, all right, you're capable of doing this. If you create content and stay in your lane, I will support you in making sure that your message is amplified and heard. So that's really what being an automated thought leader is about. Just making sure that your message is amplified and heard, no matter where you put it. So you could put your message out on your YouTube channel, on your social media. You can send it to your email list, put on your website, and it's the same message. It's the same delivery, but it's different channels and different formats. So if somebody prefers to read or look at a short form video, for example, or prefers to listen only, then they're able to do that. It's about taking your books and your courses and your products and your events and making sure that you get the testimonials, making sure that you have the proper systems to follow up, and making sure that all of your leads are in one place. So you have a community and a tribe and an ecosystem of people in your environment that want to work with you, or at the very least know who you are and are interested in what you have to say. So being an automated thought leader is less about just being online, and it's more about being online the smart way. And it's about being an empowered business owner, whether you're an author, speaker, coach, or consultant, to know that, hey, my audience is looking for a particular message in a particular format, in a particular way, and I'm going to deliver to them. I'm going to give them what they need. I know where to show up, how to show up. I know how to find the right people. I know how to find the right systems. I know how to create a strategy, because I am empowered to create so much more for my life and my business. So that is what an automated thought leader is all about. And why I say automated thought leader, again, it's not about being digital. 3 years ago, I had the Digital Thought Leader podcast. That was back when we were all quarantined due to COVID-19, and a lot of us had to now go online where we could not venture out and be in person. But now that changed a lot of things. So even now that we can all be in person, it's really important that we still show up virtually for each other. We still show up even if it's not live, even if it's in the middle of the night and somebody wants to consume a piece of content, they know where to get it. So it's not about going back to the old ways of doing things where a couple of big names and big businesses had a lot of power. It's about now, how do we as small business owners, as individual thought leaders, amplify our message, use the tools, stay on top of the trends, and really keep our finger on the pulse of what a lot of other organizations are doing. So being on top of trends in personalization, marketing, and even artificial intelligence, which I'll talk about in later recordings. But really, just how do we understand this, synthesize it, make it less overwhelming, and more importantly, apply it. So that is what it means to be an automated thought leader, and I can't wait to share more with you. I really love going deep into certain topics, and more importantly, providing practical uses and applications of these solutions so that anybody can feel empowered to go and try it on their own, because we're all capable of it and we've all been gifted with what we've been gifted with, and I want to help you amplify your gifts. So again, my name is Kimberly Inez Mays. Look out for more from me, and until then, have a great day and we'll talk soon. Bye.